Hello, my name is Sister Theodora, and I'm going to introduce you to some of God's beautiful creation around Kilninian. I chose this topic for at least two reasons. The first is that I like nature and it's easy for me to talk about, and I can show you way too many pictures and videos of trees and birds and flowers that you ever wanted to see. And the other reason is because I always have this question. I'm a created material being and I live in a created material world. And how do I use that for my salvation? There's a temptation to be like Adam and Eve and to try and grab something that God hasn't given me and to try and create my own kingdom or to be my own God. There's also a temptation to go the complete opposite way and to have a religion of the mind, something that's not real, it's just made up, it's all in your head. So salvation, for me at least, is somewhere in the middle. So I'll show you some of the things that help me get closer to God. And today, we will start with St. Nians Well. Let's go and have a look at that. This is St. Nians Well right here. St. Ninian is the protector of our church. He might be the oldest Scottish saint. He is from the 4th century, and he was a disciple of St. Martin. He founded the monastery of Whithorn in Galloway, and as a bishop, he did a lot of missionary work. He used this well to baptize the local converts. For our community, this well is incredibly important. That's why our church is named Kilninian. And for me personally, the well is where I come when I need help starting something. If I'm having a hard time starting work in the garden, I say, I'll get my tools and I'll go get a drink from St. Nians Well, and then maybe I'll start working. If I'm tired and I don't want to go to church for the service in the morning, I say, well, I'll just go by St. Nians Well and do a bow, and since I'm there anyway, I'll go to church. If I'm having a hard time praying, sometimes I'll come here and I'll just start my prayers. I don't even have to finish them. But if I can do the introductory prayers, St. Ninian has given me the grace I need to get the ball rolling. Even today, I'm doing the same thing. I have to do a scary video for all of you. So I come to St. Nians Well and I pray, St. Ninian, give me the strength and the courage to do this and to say something at least not foolish. I think part of what makes this well so powerful is all the people that were baptized in him. On June 12th, it was the feast of St. Tonn, a disciple and convert of St. Ninian. The Synaxarion didn't say where he was from, but I like to imagine that he was baptized in this well. I like to think that our community is part of the long line of spiritual descendants of St. Ninian, and that right now he's keeping us under his protection and his guidance. Now's the part of the show where I get to talk about nature. I don't think the mic will pick it up, but all around me is the sound of birds. All along the well, towards the well, there's flowers. In the spring, it's even more spectacular. There's tulips and then bluebells. And now we have some St. John's wort. And some woodruff. Right above the well, there's some speedwell. And of course, lots of St. Campion. One of my favorite parts about Kilninian are all the trees. I'm especially inclined towards trees that are covered in moss and lichen. And a very special tree, of course, is this rowan tree above me. I like to think that the rowan and the well are old friends. The well feeds the roots of the trees, and the rowan shelters the well and everybody that comes to drink from it. This tree is miraculous in and of itself because it's very old. I don't know how old, but very old. And the center is completely dead, but it keeps on living. It reminds me of the tree in the story of Jonah at the end. God made it grow in a day, and then he sent a worm overnight to eat away at it, and it died the next morning. Right now we have this rowan, and it's incredible. And one day we won't have it, but for now it's very good. And we're trying to create a forest of baby rowans around here. We're going to do that in two ways. One way is with the soft tie right here. We're trying to use rocks and soft tie to train the new shoots down towards the earth. And then as they touch the earth, hopefully they'll root. And the other thing that we'll do is we'll take cuttings in the winter and try and propagate them from that. All right, that's the end of our show. And I'm surrounded by a cloud of midges, so I have to go. Thank you for watching. And I encourage you in your life to find places and things, created things that bring you closer to God, that strengthen your faith. And while you're in those places, please say a prayer for us. We pray for you. And of course, if you ever get the chance, please join us on one of our pilgrimages. Come and receive St. Ninian's blessing. Come and worship with us in his church. All right. Bye, bye, bye.